All right, good morning, traders. There's a lot going on this morning. Right now, I'm leaning towards BTBT if it can break 1250. Has this beautiful daily chart, this beautiful triangle. It's at 1250 is where it's getting hung up at. It's starting to break there a little bit. I'm gonna wait it out a little bit. SBA, that's big sell off. And he getting a little action too. Good morning, Lori. Oh gee. Thought I saw BBIG on there for a minute. No, if it was, it dropped off. See SPY's pumping up, bullish over that little red candle. Surprise, surprise. DWAC with a sell-off. BKKT. Let me go ahead and remove this. Looks like it could be a play tomorrow, but not today. $15 minutes, interesting. Fixing to close in 2 minutes. NE and BTBT both. Look like they may try to pop. Let me pull up trading views so I can see what's going on with the old Bitcoins, because both those plays are going to be relative to the coin. Oh yeah, Bitcoin's pushing up right now up to 63,000. But we got this little downtrend that needs to break on BTBT. I don't know. I may go here. Looks like it may be about to break this triangle. Going. Buying starting to come in at this 1260 where it's kind of trying to break. We got 3 seconds on this 15-minute candle close. Closing over 1550. So if this starts pushing green, see it opened right above that downtrend. There you go. Come on. Let's get a nice little push up. There you go, BTBT. Come on. Bam, up 1274. High day is 1286. We want to see it pop right through that. We don't want it to hang out at 1286 for too long. Or 1275 is a little bit of selling at 1275 on this volume profile. You can see buyers have been coming in steady the last little bit. Just need a big buy and push. There we go. There we go. Bid starting to stack at 12.75 now. We should be about to pop. Yeah, come on. Get on up. Here we go. New high of day coming. Hitting 12.86 right now. Let's see. Boom. There we go. Now if we break 13, it's on. A lot of selling at 12.90. All right, G-Men. Good morning, Lauren. That's good. You're ready to make some massive stacks of money. G-Man. That is the goal, but sometimes it's not massive. Sometimes you just got to take little profits. We shall see. Getting a little... Well, no, that's actually not a flat top. So we're just going to fumble with 13 for a second. We haven't seen any... Let's see, where's 13 at? There's not a lot of selling sitting there. Most of the selling is right here at 12.90 right now through 12.95. Of course, as we approach 13, there'll be more selling come in. You can see these 12.90s keep stacking. All right, if this candle pushes up green, bullish engulfing. If we break through 12.90, we should be testing 13 in just a second. Take that 12.90 out. Come on. There we go. Got a little pop over 12.90. I'll go ahead and remove this downtrend. We're out of this downtrend. We actually have a little bit of an uptrend formed on here. It's not too bad. Go ahead and remove that line. We know 12.50 is going to be some support. Yes, sir. Any stack is a good stack. You are correct. Well, not any sack. Any sack. Not all sacks are good sacks. Not all sacks are created equal. All right. Come on. What are you doing, Thinkorswim? What is this? Where's my damn... There it is. So it looks like we are going to pull back to this trend line. We got 10 minutes on this 15-minute candle, so still a lot of time. Oh, I think I see what's happening here. I see what's happening. Maybe. So you can see where we kind of got that flat top right across there at 12.90 area. Holding up strong, but we are in this little consolidation triangle. I'm going to look around for a second. This just needs to stay above 12.50. Let's see what else is going on. SPAEA with a little bounce of that $12 area. Let's see. They got halted earlier. So Black Rifle Coffee. Ah, I see. This is a SPAC. SBEA is a SPAC, and Black Rifle Coffee is going to be taking it over. So this could have some hype behind it. Well, I mean, it obviously already does. It's ran from, what, 10 to 15 this morning? Yeah, 10 to 15. Where could we be breaking out at, though? I just don't like his big sell-off so far after this halt. I'll keep an eye on it, but... Oof, OLB on this 15-minute looks horrid. Look at these crazy wicks all over the place. Yeah, so you can see BT already trying to hold up, not even coming all the way back down to the trend line, trying to hold there. So if we get a little curl back up here to that 13, we could see it break. Morning, Donnell. Morning, Lauren. If you're TJ Watt, then any sack is a good sack. I'll be honest, I don't watch NFL anymore. I haven't watched it in a while. Too much nonsense. I do know who TJ Watt is. I see BT's kind of got ugly CER pulling back down to the 1250 area. Just a little bounce off there so far. Just consolidating right now. CLSK has almost came all the way back up. No news though. OLB. There's support in MasterCard cryptocurrency processing. So this could be a good one. Only problem, oh yeah. It's almost a head and shoulders here on the 1 minute. Ooh, this is only 8 million in float. This is very low float. Let's keep an eye on that. How's BT doing? BT is holding up so far. OLB. I'd like to see it pull back down one more time, just a little bit, but it may not. Maybe having to go here if it starts pushing up over 850. I'm going. Starting to push to 850 there. BT getting a little sketchy if it doesn't push up. A little fake out breakout there. Could have got a better entry, but that's all right. I may average down. We'll We'll see. I want to see how hard that's going to drop. How's SPY looking? SPY looks like it's having a bit of a turnaround. Here comes OLB back down. I just don't like his selling pressure on these wicks. We'll grab it off of $8, another 50 shares. Still high up though, 835. BTBT getting very close to cracking. Got 4 minutes on this candle to close. We really want to see this candle push back up where it was pushing, back over 850. Let's see, pre-market high is 870, so we need to break 850, then 870. Hold that trend line. Bitcoin slow group. I'm not missing much. The Jets still suck. Yeah, it's been a few years since I've watched the NFL, so I guess so. I ain't missing much. Jets sucked back then, so. And BTBT, I don't like that. The way you're looking, you really need to hold up 1250 here. We did have this one little long wick, so I'm going to give it just a second to move around. The OLB actually has decent PR. I'm not seeing anything else with much PR at all. But this is also only 8 million shares outstanding, so very, very low float, very low supply of shares. So if big buying volume comes back into this, we could see this thing go nuts. Alright, let me readjust my trend line. I thought maybe I'd... Now it's pulled back there. Trend line's... Okay. I don't even know if I want to draw a trend line on it. OLB back up to 850. Let me hop. Actually, I may just hop out of BBT. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. Yeah, there you go, OLB. Get up out of there. Get up over that 860 area, 870. It's 15 minutes. Candle's fixing to close. There it is. Now let's see if this one pushes up. We got buying momentum. Yeah, come on. Get over that 850. Cutting right through 850 like butter. Just about one more time and hitting 850. We should be through there. Look at this. It's 15 minutes. I don't know about BTBT anymore. Hal's also an OLB. Well, we'll see if we both get destroyed here or not. It's got the PR. Look at the 5-minute chart. Oh yeah, looks good for a possible big bounce here for that rip. On the 5-minute, we just got to get through that damn 850 to 870 area. We need a big buy and push. And here it comes. Tapping on 850. There's a lot of sellers still there. Let's tap it again. Give us another little tap-taparoo. Eric, up. Come on. Pull him back again. You gotta break 850 soon. Pull back a little ugly there. Hold on just. Do not want to crack this trend line. Okay, good. BT's back over 1250. Look at this on the daily chart. I can't remember what the... Interesting. Yeah, break at 10. This could really go nuts, but we got a lot of resistance to get to that $10 area. I'm a little concerned about this daily chart because we just now are breaking over the 200, but with that PR and the momentum, if we can keep this momentum in here. All right, this candle here, let's go. Push over that 850 and close over 850 here. Don't come back down. I don't want to see you come back down. Got 1825 trying to hold us some support, but we really need to be testing 850 right now. We do not want to be down here testing support or this trend line. Jay Kratz, you got spanked on OLB. Still in this bad. I'm still in this bad boy holding for now. It's definitely a volatile one. It's a very low float though. I mean, like I said, it's only 8 million shares outstanding, so the float's probably like 7 million or something. So it ain't gonna take much, but at the same time, it won't take much to drop this either if people start dumping. A lot of those sellers that were 850 have moved down to 840. You can see there's some still there. I do not like the way this is starting to look. Just needs to get off of here. Don't come back down to 8. Okay, at 825, still trying to hold. That was close. That was a close little tap of his support. We keep tapping at it. We need to get off of it. We need to get off of it soon. Don't come down to 8. If it comes down to 8, it may be done. You can see that trend line starting to crack a little bit. Trying to give it half a second to hold up. But looking pretty weak here. We go to 5 minute. All right, let me re-look at this. Still holding 8 so far. Oh, I was looking at the weekly chart. So on the yearly chart, we are above all EMAs. We gapped up. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, you can see right through there. That's what's holding up. That 870 right through here. So now that we figured that out, we can clearly see this is a bull flag. This is a big triangle. Got the pole there, and then here's your ugly ass flag. But it's a triangle. Oh, and here we go. We're starting to break out right now as I was playing with the drawings. Here we go. Let's go, baby. I just need to draw for a little bit. And it looks like we may be getting halted up 78 bucks so far. Let's see. You gonna halt here? You're gonna halt here, you sweet, sweet stock, you. No, it didn't get halted. Let's see if buyers keep pushing in. It's close to getting halted. Selling at 910 there. There we go, new high at 934. A little bit of selling at 935. Like I said, 10 is the big area. 10's where this could really get frisky. $9.50, breaking through $9.50. Although I don't think it's going to break 10 right away. It may have to consolidate a little bit, so I'm getting close to taking my profit here. Just trying to give it a chance to break 950. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit of profit. There we go. It's pushing over. Take a little bit more. So now I got 80 left. Looks like we are going to try to push here some more. Yeah. Starting to push a little bit more through 970, 980. Let's go. Come on, $10. Let's creep on up. I'll drop another 10 right here. 70 left. Can we break 10 and go on a nasty run? Let's see a nasty run. Give me something nasty. Let me see you get real frisky. I want to see the frisk. I want to see the frisk. Come on. Oh, you dirty. Coming back down a little bit. Little pullback there. Getting rejected off at 988 area. That's what I was saying. It may not get to 10 this time. It may have to consolidate a little bit longer. They are starting to hold up as 950 as support a little bit. Yeah, 950 holding up as support. Oof. Ooh, this is getting real interesting. Let's see at $10 come down that pipeline. Let me see $10 on that ask. One good time. Come on. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's see that $10. So close. Let's go. Come on. Oh, you want it so bad. Here we go. Here we go. Woo, a lot of selling at 10. Let's see if they can break down here. If they break down here, oh boy, this 1 minute's looking good if we can break 10. Oh yeah, here we come. We were pecking at it. Let's give us another peck. Come on, 10. Get back on that ask again. Peck, peck, peck. There we go. Breaking through 10. Beautiful. Let's see this thing start exploding now. Let's see an explosion and a halt straight up to 11. Let's go. We'll take me another little 10 piece off of there. Got 60 left. Oh, come on. How much more are you going to give me? How much more are you going to give me? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take 10 more here just so I got an even 50 to mess with, because that 60 is going to mess me up. We just held 10 as support. See, it dropped right down to 10, bought right back up. Strong buying volume. If this buying volume continues, oh, we're going some more. Let's go. Come on, let's test that. Let's break through 1050. Show me the frisk. Let's really get going here. Nothing else is going on. I don't know if it's going to do it or not. Let's try and... I'm taking it. Taking it. Starting to crack 10. So $158 there. Very nice. Very nice play. Oh, and BTBT's up now. Making a little bit of money on BTBT. Very nice. Let's just make some money all around. Let's just have a nice frisky day. And I'll tell you what we got here. Look at this. That's a line. That's the wrong line. We don't pay attention to that. This... Got a triangle on BTBT as well. So BTBT could start breaking out. OLB may continue to run, but I'm happy with my profit. I will take that $158, $40 in profit yesterday to start the week. So now I'm up $200 on the week. Not anything too exciting, but, you know, I'll take it. I will take it. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate that. Did Hal get any profits? If Hal didn't get any profits off of OLB, I'm gonna go over there and give him the Daniel B treatment. Because that was beautiful. That was a beautiful play. Still trying to go. It very easily could continue to rip. Looks like, yeah, if it can start holding 10 support, it has room up to 1280, about 13, that it could continue to run. But it's got to hold that 10. It's already ran quite a bit. What are we at right now? Yeah, it's up 120%. So I don't know. Like I was saying, it may have to consolidate a little bit around 950, maybe 10. But it is possible that it could still try to go. This is another... Oh, let's see. Let's see what we got here. I'm in a drawing mood today. What we got here? A little triangle possibly. Unless it dumps off. Look at that. A little triangle. We're triangling it up today. Looks like it may try to break out of that triangle. Actually, we can draw it like this. This makes more sense. There we go. Well, come on. All right, BT, you gonna come up to 13 and break? Make me some more money? So you can tell there's a lot of selling pressure on this because of these wicks. The sellers are pushing it down below 1050, but buyers are still pushing it up. Kind of getting a little tight little squeeze of the price here. And it looks like it may try to break. It's got to get over 1030. See, my triangle's a little bit off. There we go. That looks like a perfect triangle. Oh, and there it goes, starting to try to break the top of the triangle. BT around 1280. There, up. There you go. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful new high, 1065. You could have just played this bounce off of 10. If you missed this original rip, wait for the next consolidation. See this starting to form that triangle. Get you a little bounce off there, off of 10 up to 1090 so far. It's gonna break 11 probably here in a second. Yeah, right through 11. There's a bunch of sellers there, but a lot of them got taken out. So one more push to 11 and it's over. Well, maybe not one more push. There it goes. Up, up. Okay, maybe not. It's trying. It took a bunch of sellers out there, hitting it 3 times, but still struggling a little bit there. All right, let's switch back to BT. We know that's breaking out. That looks good. We don't know how long this is going to run for, but if it breaks 11, it's going to continue to run. There it goes. Bam, right through 11. Beautiful. Beautiful. Still running. Lovely. Anybody still in that, making some money? Good job. If you caught it around the time when I did, good job. We're just out here, you know, making this stock market our own personal ATM. See, 1258 is my entry on this. As right below the trend line, I'm going to put LLB, look at that. Look at that beautiful rip. That was the rip I was talking about that could happen if it broke 10. It could really start going. I mean, like I said, it's got room up to 1280. And it looks like it's about to go. About to break 12. Getting real close. See how many people are sitting at 12. Hell, there ain't even no... Yeah, there's a little bit sitting at 12. A little bit of selling. A little bit of a... little bit of a doubled. Well, you see how these two bodies are kind of right at the same area of this 1187. So having a pretty strong pullback there to 1150. If it can hold 1150, it could try to re-break, but looking a little bit. It's already bounced back up. No, it's about to break 12 now. Yeah, right there it goes. Bam, look at this thing. Go. Just go. Make everybody monies today. And now we may be getting halted. Or maybe not. This little fake out halts keep getting me. You switch to TOS Premium? I don't know about TOS Premium. To be honest with you, Orlando. But, I mean, if you're not on a margin account, don't worry about it. It says the same thing on mine. It'll say day trades left or whatever. But it doesn't matter. If you're on a cash account, you can trade as much as you want to until your funds, until you're out of funds, until they have to settle. Now, this TOS Premium is a margin account. Then you might have a problem. Hal's already done at 9:30. Maybe Hal had to work today on some stuff on his computer stuff, his cybersecurity stuff. They're getting a little bounce there. Let's see, this thing really hasn't moved that much. Let me look at the 5-day on this. It's going sideways there for a while at 9, and it just had that breakout over 10. And then it went sideways again on a new level. And it looks like we are trying to break out. Ooh, I do not like this on the 5-minute. Little indecision followed by this little bearish red candle. So we want to see. Nice job, Darnell. Nice job. That's what I'm talking about. Get those profits, buddy. You've been killing it. Been killing it since you joined the channel. I don't know what you was doing before the channel, but I've seen you hit quite a bit of wins lately. So good job, man. What we got? Let's see, we're kind of opening below. Or right. Well, let me adjust this. Sometimes my trend line drawings are just not. Sometimes they're just not accurate, and I have to redraw them a couple of times. A lot of times I prematurely draw them though because, we're trying to predict the price movement, so may not exactly. God. Man, I bet people got destroyed on this morning. This big run up in pre-market. But since we got, so some of you new traders and stuff, this is a lesson right here. Don't. Ooh, oh, that's okay. Never mind. I thought BTBT was dropping, but it was OLB. It had a little pullback. But you see a huge run like this in pre-market, more than likely it's going to have a dump in market open. And this one was even a tricky one because it got halted. It shot up out of pre-market and got halted there. But stocks, cryptos, whatever, they can't just go straight up. At some point, they're going to have a breather. In a pre-market, there wasn't much breathing in this. There was like one little right there, just a little, you know what I mean, like a little breath, but not enough for this to catch its full breath. Like think of it as a runner, a track runner. If you're running track, you know you gotta have your breaths right, depending on how you're running and the weather and all of that. Well, the weather is like the market conditions. So, is it a hot market? Is it a cold market? Are you running on top of a mountain where there's very little air? So your stock would be your runner, right? That's what we call them. We call them runners. So this stock here, he's in the race, ready to go, and he takes off. And he just, he's going full speed right there, and then takes one little breath, and then tries to run again, and he's just trying to speed run. And then by the time it gets to market open, he's out of breath. So he's like, he just falls over and collapses. Whereas OLB didn't have, it had a decent pop, went straight up pretty much, but then it took a deep breath there. Like we sprinted, and we're like, it was a nice sprint. And then a little light jog, and then another little breather. Just breathing, taking our time, and now we're almost to the finish line. Get that one last big deep breath, and then boom. So hopefully that metaphor makes sense. Helps you newer traders understand that premise of the price action. Stocks do not go straight up. They need to breathe. Okay, so BTBT did hold up so far, sort of, on this trend. Just redraw my trend line. When does this candle close? 5 minutes. So it's a 5-minute candle. We got a minute and a half. Now BTBT hasn't even entered the race yet. BTBT is just warming up. So we look back here at pre-market on BTBT. BTBT just kind of relaxing, chilling through after hours yesterday, chilling in pre-market. It's kind of like the golden boy of the runners. It's like, I don't have to work out, I don't have to do anything. And then he comes out and he gets he starts taking off for the race at market open a little bit. Takes a nice little breather, another little sprint, nice little breather. Little sprint this time, a little less of a sprint. We really want to see him go further. You don't want to see him start traveling the distances and running out of breath quicker and quicker, right? Because these candles are big runs, and then this one's a little bit smaller, and this one's a little bit smaller. So he's like trying to go, but he's running out of breath. He smoked too much drugs the night before when he was partying, because this is the party guy. So his lungs aren't quite functioning the way he wants. So he's getting another little breath. We'll see if he's going to fall over and collapse here, because he could fall over and collapse, or he could catch this breath and start to move again. Now, to continue that lesson, because these stocks we trade are pretty low float, if they are, starting to take off in the race or starting to sprint, you never know. Sometimes, that racer can look the best, look like they're the best racer in the best shape. It's a stock with a nice pattern like BTBT here. It hasn't really started and didn't really start the race in pre-market, just now warming up and really starting to, get going in the race. A deer can come out of nowhere and take your legs out from under you, right? If you're running through the mountains, a mountain lion might jump on your back. So that's what we got. That's the one thing we got to watch out for at all times, no matter what. Even if we are getting nice, healthy moves in these low floats, your races are not in the nice asphalt on the big Olympic pavements. Your races are in the woods. It's in the mountains, in the Himalayas, depending on how low float the stock is. So it could be running nicely, and then it could just run into an ice wall, or a Sasquatch. A Sasquatch, you could just clothesline the runner. That'd be pretty funny to see, actually. A bunch of people just running down the road, and the Sasquatch just pshaw out of nowhere, just sticks his arm all the way out of the woods. Clothesline. All right. Let's see. Let me get some of these comments. Donnell, you were losing before this channel? Well, I'm glad that you're winning now, buddy. I don't know if it's the channel or if you just got it figured out, whatever, but I'm glad you're making some money. Lauren, you're more of a long distance jogger. That's the stocks you like. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You can find a long distance jogger and you just sit there and ride it out all day. He's taking nice little runs, taking nice little breaths, looking healthy, a little bit higher float, so you don't got to worry about the deer or Sasquatch giving the old Hurricane Rana to you out of nowhere. So the jogging can be safer. You might not get as big as rips as quick, but you still, Hey, if you guys haven't yet, frameworkfortune.com. It's free. Go sign up. We got it going on there. Let's see if the social media stream was working today, because yesterday it dropped out for a little bit, then it was working again. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, there we go. So, frameworkfortune.com. If you haven't signed up, you can find all of the social media here, the home channel. You see them live streaming there. Hal's live stream he just ended. Got a little bit something going on with the crypto playlist at the moment, but Twitter and IG as well. Got the community hub. Come and hang out with us. Just because I get done with these live streams doesn't mean that the party has to stop. You guys can hop into the day trading hub. Come over there and hop in the crypto hub, but it is now free. So if you haven't signed up yet, sign up. You can see how they're talking about BTTX yesterday with his Mr. Potato Head meme. But check that out. The channel made things simple, especially technical analysis. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, because that is my goal. I try to make things as simple as possible because I am simple as possible. When people start talking about a whole bunch of Fibonacci's and Fibonacci retracements, and I experiment with some stuff sometimes, but for the most part, I consistently trade with barely anything. Although I don't see how anybody could argue against having indicators on the daily chart here. Like, these indicators, you don't have to draw as much support and resistance when you got these indicators on the daily chart. Especially the 200. 200 is always going to hold up. So, all right, our runner here, he's starting to get a little bit lazy. You know, he's took a breath. He walked 2 steps forward, and he's like, I might be all right. I may be done with this race. I don't know yet. I'm gonna fill it out here and drink a little bit of water and hang out and check my phone. But as long as we continue up this trend line, then we should see it try to take off on the sprint. $10K in RGS last week. Nice, Elvis. Yeah, exactly, Elvis. You know the strategy. When Sam barks once, it's a buy. When Sam barks twice, it's a sell. It's not me who knows the stock market. I'm just a puppet. I'm Biden and Sam is Obama. Hopefully, hopefully nobody gets offended by that. I thought it was a pretty funny one. Cougar attack. Oh yeah, I didn't see that where Lauren was talking about Pumas. Pumas are why you carry bear mace and a gun in AZ, and Panthers if you're in Tuscan specifically. Oh, you got 10K invested in RGS. Okay, well, that's quite a bit, but your oil stocks and gold stocks. Elvis, I need you to join the website if you haven't yet, buddy. I got people asking about some oil stocks in there. You're my oil guy. You're my oil guy. I gotta have you on the channel on the website. Getting that website, man. Playing it for the long term swing, nice. Who's who's Brandon? No, I said One Life. How'd you miss the joke? I said that I'm Biden, I'm Brandon, and uh Sam is Obama. All right, Alice, that's awesome, man. You're a good trader, man, and you have more oil expertise, way more than I do. So I want you a part of the community. I want you to be a bigger part. I want to get you on the channel and talk about the oil stock. Biden is Brandon. Talking about, man, what are you talking about? All right, guys, I'm gonna take a quick little break here while this stock here is just hanging out, having a little break. Elvis, do you have my email or any way to contact me? The only time I am able to contact you, Elvis, is in the chat here. Well, if you sign up for the website, I can directly talk to you on there. We do have messages. We do have live message rooms for anybody. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick little break here. I'll be right back. Uh-oh. Our runner, our jogger here, our guy warming up, he's almost about to drop out of the race. He saw like a Dairy Queen or something. Was like, hey, I gotta go grab me a Blizzard. He's deciding right now. You know, this is indecision here. This is buyers and sellers trying to figure out who's going to take this over right here in this consolidation. But he may want that Blizzard. That Blizzard may be more important to him than finishing the race. Let's see. Oh my God. Let's see what's going on. I wasn't gone for that long. Let's see. All right, I'll throw my email in the chat for you, Elvis. Well, it wasn't. Oh, hold on. It wasn't just the "Let's Go Brandon" thing. Wasn't just a euphemism. The way it started was there was a NASCAR race. I think it was a NASCAR race, and this girl, this media journalist, was interviewing the guy who won the race, and in the background, the whole entire crowd is shouting, "F Joe Biden." So the news reporter tries to save it, and she goes, "There," because the dude's name was Brandon, and she's like, "Oh, you can hear the crowd chanting, 'Let's go, Brandon.'" So it became a euphemism, basically to say "F Joe Biden," because of that. It's pretty funny. The actual clip is actually hilarious. Like, I died when I saw it the first time. That girl, like, I give credit to the news journalist. She was so quick so quick. Like, she didn't miss a beat either. Like, she knew what they were saying. You could see it on her face, and she's like, "Oh, they're chatting, 'Let's go, Brandon.'" No, they ain't. You know what they saying. And some dude made a rap song about it. He took the whole thing, and it's like just one verse on it, and it was like the number one song in the world there for a minute. Oh, Daniel B. Oh, Daniel B. All right, let me. So Orlando, I know. What are you specifically asking about? What ranges I'm buying in, or what was that? Well, you kind of made a statement, but I don't know if it was a question or not. Yeah, I dealt with that. I dealt with internet issues all week last week, Daniel B. So I know your pain right now. I know your pain. I lost 150 last week because of my internet dropping out during all those issues. Let's see, OLB. Go ahead and get rid of these lines. Where did it hold up support at? That's a weird area. So it's trying to hold like... I'd say 980 is what it's trying to hold, but pushed back over 10. Well, that downtrend's actually kind of broken. It just kind of broke that downtrend there, so it may be... We can extend that trend line too. So you got a pretty solid trend line on this. Just if you got the funds, you probably could continue to scalp this as long as it's going up that trend line. What the hell did I do with that line? That line's drawing crazy as hell. Let's put it right here. Yes, you don't have the phone app, Daniel B? You need to get a phone app, bro. Uh, get the phone app for Thinkorswim in case your internet goes out. You can hop in there and sell your positions real quick. That's what I had to do last week when I kept having problems. Um, yes, there's an app for the website. There is a phone app. When you log into the website, it should ask you if you want to download the phone app. If not, I will put a link to the download um, on the website in the announcements part or the blog part. I'll put it in both the announcements and the blog part. Robert AABB. Let's see what we got going on with AABB. BTBT looks like it may be getting weak. So this is a 20-cent stock on the OTC market. Some type of Asian broadband company. You do have an uptrend. So all you got to do is play that uptrend. It is bullish. Although it's getting a hard rejection at 25 cents looking at it on the daily. Yeah, you got a ton of resistance right there at a quarter. You can see all this congestion back here, this little peak here, and then on the daily where we're getting rejected right below a quarter. So that's a little concerning. But if it can hold up this trend line, then you can just play this trend line. You know, OTC, cheap OTCs like this aren't my expertise, but when you got a trend line, you got a trend line. That's all there is to it. Oh, oh, he decided not to go get that blizzard. BTPG decided he's going to jump back in the race here. He's like, I may start running here. I'm thinking about it. I'm getting a little antsy. I didn't get my blizzard. I just want to finish this race so I can go get that blizzard. Got a lot of selling at 1280. That's kind of where we're running into most of the resistance at. Let's see if it can break. May have to pull back one more little time. One more little breather before it tries to go. If it can't break 1280 here. That's what you were thinking, Orlando? Is that a buy in a lot of ranges? Are you talking about like as far as the price range of the stocks that I buy, or are you talking about the ranges within the charts? I tell you what, this is a beautiful triangle so far. As long as Keith, I'm in BTBT, but I made $158 on OLB so far. Getting this nice little pop up off the trend line there. And now I'm just holding BTBT here, looking for it to break out. Which is a crypto stock. So cryptos are going to have part to do with it, but you can see Bitcoin's pushing up right now. Let's check all these percent gainers. Oh yeah, we got rippers, 42%, OXT, PLA. A lot of movement in the crypto market right now. Bitcoin breaks back over 65,000. I think we'll see Bitcoin up to 75K. That was my prediction, and I'm sticking by it. By the end of the year, we got 2 months. Let's see if Bitcoin hits my prediction or not. Mine's a lot lower than everybody else's is. Let's see. Yeah, I used to buy the breakouts, Orlando, but I stopped doing that because it depending on the market conditions, if you buy the breakout and it's a slow market, you're probably not going to get much out of it. So I'm trying to buy towards the support in consolidation. And that's why I put out that video the other day of trading in consolidation, that stocks only move up or down. The sideways movement is not a permanent stock move. Like I've been saying, it's like little breaths. You know, we're moving sideways technically on BTT, but we're in a pointed to upward direction. So we did get a little rejection there, so it is going to take it a little bit longer. It's probably going to try to come to a tip here in a minute. Well, not a minute. Next 10 minutes. I think next 10 minutes we'll see the breakout on this if it doesn't crack first. But we're getting real close. Let's see. You made good money on OLB. Awesome, Keith. That's awesome. What made OLB spike like that at 1023? I don't think it was anything specific like at 1023 that made it want to pop. I got in here early because it has very good news. You know, they've got they're supporting MasterCard cryptocurrency processing. That's pretty big. So that was good PR. It's low float, only 8 million in shares. So very, very low supply of shares. And it had a little push up, but it didn't do like a big run like on SBEA, where SBA ran huge. OLB had a nice little pop, but just kind of went straight up, you know, in 5 minutes right there. And then it's just been on this nice uptrend. So, I mean, as long as the stock is on an uptrend, the breakout was coming from that resistance at this 875. We draw that right there. So in consolidation like this, going sideways, and the same thing with BTBT that I'm going through right now, waiting this out. It's just taking forever. You know, we're going sideways. So once buyers see that the stock is not going to drop down, like on OLB, they're like, oh, this has got good PR. We've got some decent buying coming in. Well, retail traders are basically waiting for the breakout. Pre-market high was at 875 basically. And so that's why we draw that resistance line, because pre-market high is always some resistance. But once you break that ceiling, once you break a major resistance line like that, and buyers are obviously coming into it, we could see the buyers start coming in because of these big volume bars, then you get that nice breakout. Just because it has news doesn't necessarily mean it's going to break out all at once. Stocks, cryptos, assets, all that, they don't go straight up. And this is what I've been talking about all morning, is it's like a racer almost. And OLB just hit a new high a day, so still ripping. So, I mean, it wasn't really anything specific at 1023 or 923, whatever time. So I'm Central Time, but it's not, that's, you know, you look around the market right now, nothing else is really going on. Like, we look at the top 10% gainer list. Bam. Then we go to percent change. Well, we can see XLB's at the top. Well, I'm not trading XLB. Reason why, it's under $5. It also is way down here. You know, it just came up through the 200 day. Doesn't have any PR though. There's no PR, so there's no reason for this to be moving. So multiple reasons why I didn't want to trade that. GMBL, this is below the 200 day on the daily, so I would not trade that. That's a $500 stock. I'm not trading that. That's nonsense. LBIQ, that's under the 200. I'm not trading that. SBA had that big sell-off, so not trading that. So you look, there's nothing else really going on. So when OLB is the only thing that has solid news, it's low float. Well, all the retail traders and everybody are going to be all eyes on this because there's nothing else breaking out. So that's another thing that led to this pushing up. BTTX sold off. Annie couldn't quite pop. And then BTBT still, it's been moving slow. So the only play really was OLB. So everybody got in on it. So you get all that volume, all that buying volume with this nice break. And traders continue to come in. But this is making a beautiful pattern. This may run all day the way this looks right now. Because we climbed nicely up the trend line, had a nice pop off, came back down, held the trend line, pop up. And if it breaks 1250 here, it could run really hard, probably up to, what did I say before, 1280. It could possibly break up to 15. If it doesn't do it this time, it could come back down, curl back up the trend line, and break up to 15 on the next curl. As long as you have a trend line and it's not dropping below the trend line, then there's nothing really to worry about. If it starts dropping below the trend line, then you got to be concerned, because when it's like, you got to think of the shorters like sharks. Shorters have their eye on this. This is up. What is this? OLB. What are you up, OLB? %160. So shorters got their eye on this. When you got to run over 100%, shorters are going to be looking for it to start turning bearish. Right now, there's no reason for them to really get in there. They might at that 1250 because it's got rejected twice, but more than likely not. The shorters are going to be like piranhas. This is your boat here. Your trend line is your boat. So if you fall off of this boat, you're going to get your ass ate up by piranhas. And that would be the shorters. So as long as your boat is working, you got the tip of the boat pointing upwards like it's supposed to be. If you got a boat, it's going to be, the tip is always pointed up. You don't have boats where the tip points down in the water, because that would be not a boat. That would turn into a submarine real quick. That doesn't work very well. But yeah, you gotta make sure your boat's running. If your boat's not running, you fall overboard. Piranhas are all right through here waiting. They are ready for the blood to hit the water. So hopefully that explains it a little bit better. Let's see. What do I think about PBTS? Well, it's not just that it broke resistance and had a lot of watchers. That's part of it. It also had very good PR. Like the PR is really good and nothing else was really going on. So it's a combination of all four things. Yeah, you're not wrong, Orlando. You're not wrong. There's a lot of shorting opportunities. I just am not a fan of shorting. But like, if you would have shorted, what was that, SBEA? like this is crazy short money. This is easy short money. Like I said, we always see these damn things run this big in pre-market and then dump at market open. So up out of that halt, you just wait for it to drop below this little support area there that was trying to hold up at like 1450, and then you could short it there and short it all the way down to this 11. So about from 1450 to 11, easy short money. All right, so we are. Looks like this guy's stopping one more time. He just passed Wendy's and he was like, I didn't get that blizzard earlier. Do I want a Frosty or do I want to finish this race? So right now, he's like, I don't know, man. That Frosties, them Frosties, they're all right now. They're not as good as they used to be. Maybe I don't want a Frosty. Maybe I want to finish this race. So let's see. Yeah, the checklist of the biggest thing that I look for is I do not like buying stocks under the 200-day moving average on the daily. So let me see if I can find like GMBL here. The 200-day moving average is your strongest indicator of support and resistance. All right, this thing is tough. This thing, very rarely do you see breakouts where they break over it and continue to run in the same day. And like, even rarer than that do you see them come from way down here off of the 10-day all the way up to the 200-day and break over. That almost never happens. So I don't trade anything that's under the 200-day moving average. Or I try not to. Because they just usually do not break. See, OLB was way above. 200 moving average is down here with these other EMAs. So there's no worries there with the 200 way below us. So that's the first thing. The second thing, well, actually the first thing would be my scanners. The scanners that I have right here, well, not this top 10% gainer one, but and these scanners will be all on the website in the scanner section here soon. Hal's got a couple of his, but I'll add mine up there too. Let me go ahead and write that down. But my scanners I set with a max of 100 million in shares, right? Because I don't want to trade Apple. Apple's 5 billion shares or whatever the hell it is. It takes forever to move. I want stocks that only have 100 million or less in the amount of shares to the public, because it's all basic supply and demand. So the less supply, which is your shares, and the more buyers, the bigger the price will run up. So I don't trade anything under the 200-day. It's got to be under a float of 100 million, and I try to stay in the $1 to $20 price range. But I hear lately at dollar stocks, dollar to $3 don't really run that big. So I've been trading a lot more of the $5 to $15 stocks where we're seeing the biggest moves. But I have videos on all of this. If you haven't yet, go watch the Day Trading Starter Guide, Part 1 and Part 2, to get started, and that will explain a lot of this that I'm explaining now. And there's some other videos too that talk about it, because I'm a price action supply and demand trader. Like, I want to see low supply, high demand, and I want no ceilings above it. I don't want any indicators above it on the daily chart. Those are going to act like ceilings. So if we got no ceilings above us, then we have a better chance to run. And then I also won't buy, if you look at my scanner, I won't buy any stocks with volume under 500,000. Now, this is my pre-market scanner. I don't know why the hell it's scanning in REITs for. But in pre-market, if it's under 500,000 in volume, not enough people are looking at it. Now that we're past pre-market, it's like 10:30 Central Time. I'm not looking for anything under 1 million in volume. At this point, I want to see decent amounts of volume. Let's see. BTBT starting to come up here. Let's break 13. Let's go on another run. Or a run. See, we're testing that 13 area. I'm also, you guys can't really see it, but I have my level 2 behind my head here. I can pull it up here. So this is what I look at when I'm looking at support and resistance. See right there, we just broke through 13. So the sellers took out the buyers took out those big sellers at 13, and the buyers are trying to stack on 13 to hold as support, but they're failing so far. So seeing them fail, we want to see them start to succeed. We want to see 13 start to hold up. And there you go. See bid stacking at 13 now. Look at that. They got taken out again. Oh, they're stacking again. So we're as long as we. Whoa! No! Get that out of here. Damn! I keep almost doing that. Or I did that yesterday, but I think I saved it that time. So you can see we're still trying to hold this 13 area. That holds us support. Then buyers will be like, oh, 13 is a new level, a new floor. So since it's a new floor, we can come back in and buy this some more and really push it up. So that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to figure it out. Like I said, it's this guy racing right now. He's like, all right, I'm about to sprint. He's stretching at $13. You know, he's got to stretch his legs out, make sure that he wants to take off running. We need to see those buyers keep stacking at 13. See, now we got a full level 2 back up. You can see sellers are kind of stacking 13 again. So we need to get through that 13. There we go. So now we actually getting some decent buyers. Instead of just 100 share positions, we got a 2,900 share position. You can see buyers are really starting to stack on the bid. Look at this. Look at the bid sizes. And now we're starting to pop up off the 13 area. Oh, they all just got taken out. So still no dice yet. It looked like we were about to go, but still don't know. I'm actually going to a 1 minute on this so I can see this breakout closer. Now, the biggest thing I'm looking at on this daily chart is this pattern right here. This is why I got MBTBT. We had this big bullish rip up 2 days ago. Then we had a little breather day yesterday. And then today we're pushing up bullish. The downtrend, overall downtrend's at $15 though. We look at this. We've got this kind of this big wedge. If I go into a week chart, there you go. So you can see a little bit better there. But we got like this big wedge, big triangle that BTBT is trying to break. It just needs to get over 15 to do that. But in the short term, we got to get over 13. Let's see. You hate indicators now, Orlando? Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how you use them, really. Like, you don't want to be relying on indicators for your whole trading strategy. You want to use them as little helpers, little Christmas elves. You're not going to let the Christmas elves drive the sleigh, right? Santa's not going to be like, hey, little 2-foot elf, jump here in the sleigh and take off. So you want to use it like I'm using the 200-day down here. He's my little Christmas elf. He's my little helper. He lets me know, hey, don't buy this stock. It's under the 200-day. I'm your Christmas helper. I'm your Christmas elf. Don't do that. No, I don't use RSI. Good morning, Ruben. I have a whole video that shows how I set up my scanners. That is in here. I can go grab it for you and link it to you. I do have the RSI on my trading view charts for cryptos, but it's a lagging indicator, and that's the thing with most indicators. They're lagging, even the 200-day moving average and stuff. And what that means is it's past history, so it's behind the price. It's lagging because the price. Let me go back. Oh yeah, we are in BT. Okay. It'll be back over 11 though. But the price, like right here, if I put an EMA on here, it's going to be following it. But it's a little delayed, and that's why you see, like, if I was to put the 10-day on this 1-minute chart, you would see this pattern, this price pattern all through, up and down and in between and all around the 10 EMA. So the 10 EMA on a short time frame like this on a 1 minute is, in my opinion, useless, because the longer the time frame, the stronger, what's my saying? I forgot my saying. The longer the time frame, the stronger the I can't believe I forgot my saying. We're about to break through 13 here, though. But the longer the time frame, the stronger the indicators are going to hold up. The EMAs are going to hold up. The longer the time frame, the stronger the... Somebody, you guys hear me say this all the time. You guys have been following me for a while. What is it? What does I usually say? I can't remember. I'm blanking out here. Let me grab this video real quick for these scanners in the playlist. And like I said, also, if you haven't signed up for frameworkfortune.com, I will post my scanner settings on the website. Hal's already got his. You go to Toolbox. Come on. And go to Scanners. And you see Hal's got his scanner, which this is similar to mine. It's not much different. You can see he's got a price of a low of $3, a volume of 1 million, 15% change, and 100 million max in shares. So that one's not totally different than mine, but I'll post mine on here as well so you guys can see them easily to put those numbers in. And we are starting to hold 13 as some support now. You can see right there. Let me pull this up real quick so you can see this. Look at that big buyer right there. 10,000 shares sitting at $13. So we got support now. Buyers should come in, and we should see this start to rip. And there, it's trying to start going as I'm talking about it. Let's see if it goes or not here. There it goes. Starting to break that 13 cent area. So it's having some issues there. There it goes. Now bids are starting to stack at 13. So it's quite a bit of selling in this 13 to 13.15 area. So we need to see it break 13.15 here real soon. Let's see. What the hell? That's not the... Hold on. That thing I just put in the chat is nothing. I don't know what that was I just copied. There you go. And then we'll remove that one. So yeah, that video right there is my scanner. We're still pushing slowly. BTBT can run big. This thing has ran big multiple times in the past. You know, a couple weeks ago I made a pretty nice win on this, but it is really struggling to do anything today. I mean, it is breaking out of this triangle right now. I'm on this 1 minute here. But we look at the year chart. I mean, we just not too long ago, that was July, it ran from $4 all the way up to $20. And we've had some nice bounces there, 6 up to 12. And then that one, what is it? I don't even know what today is. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. So this was Friday. This is a Friday rip. And I may end up... I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do on this yet because it's moving slower than I would like. But we are testing that 13-15 area one more time here. So we may be getting ready to break. How long into trading did it take you to become profitable? Well, I've been trading for 7 years. And the first couple of years, you know, I lost some money because I dove in head first and didn't like when I started, there wasn't much on YouTube. There was Ross Cameron and there was Ricky, whatever that rat fink looking guy's name is. That's right, Ricky, I'm calling you out. I already called out Ross. You can come get the smoke too, Ricky. You ain't ready. But anyway, yeah, when I started out, there wasn't much on YouTube, just a couple of traders, and I did not like the way they were teaching everything. It was so damn complicated, you know. So I just dove in head first and just kept pushing forward and learning as much as I could. I'd learned from everywhere. Investopedia.com is a decent resource. There's a lot of articles there, but here lately, I've noticed a lot of the articles have started getting some political bias in it, which I really don't like. Investopedia used to not have any political bias, but we're seeing that shit all over the place, and it's getting annoying for the stock market. Like, you want to do your crazy stuff on CNN and Fox and all of that, do your thing, but don't come in the stock market investing sites and stuff coming in with damn biased reporting. I need to know the facts. We're investing money here. We can't be listening to Anderson Cooper with a finger up his butt talking about how much he hates Trump and Trump's not president anymore. Like, I want to know what's going on. Inflation, what's the number? What's the CPI index at? What's all of that? You know, what is Jerome Powell going to do? Is he going to save the economy with his Superman shirt on? Nah, but still, I want to hear what he's got to say. I don't want to hear what these stupid news anchors and their stupid little opinions are. I need real news. But anyway, didn't mean to go off on that rant. Let me get back on track here. Oh yeah, back to that question. So, yes, I mean, it took me years, and to be honest, the last couple of years has been decent, but this last 6 months, I've really tried to step up my game. And a lot of my issues are mental. Because, of course, I'm mentally handicapped. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually, but you would think I was sometimes. But a lot of trading is psychology, especially psychology about yourself. And you got to understand your own brain, and that was one of my biggest obstacles as a trader to come over. Some people don't have to deal with that. Some people have to deal with it a lot, and I'm one of those people who have to constantly keep my brain in check because it just goes crazy and does crazy things. So to put it clearly and simply, am I some big time guru trader? No, I'm not. I'm just a guy who likes to trade stocks and trade cryptos and gold and silver. I love trading. I'm just that guy. I don't have a job. I trade and I have a YouTube channel. This is my job, being here with you guys. So you can learn from my mistakes as well as my successes, which is a good thing. This whole year, people's been following for the whole year. There's been a lot of mistakes I've made where you guys can learn from, like, oh, don't make that mistake. That was stupid. And I'll tell you it was stupid when I make the mistake. I'm like, that was really dumb of me. So I'm not a Wall Street Wolf of Wall Street guy, with any of that background. I just took on the trading 7 years ago. I got interested in it because of pot stocks. When marijuana started getting legal in some states, I looked into investing in those companies, and that's what got me started in the market. And I always have a little love for my pot stocks. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. Rupted, thanks for finding us. Glad you found us. Hope you're sticking around. But just because, let me rephrase that though, or not rephrase it, but let me put this out there. Just because it's taken me a longer time, it doesn't take everybody that long. Orlando is the perfect example. Orlando found this channel when he was 17. He's now 18, and Orlando has been killing it. So he's learned very, very quickly. So it might take you a year. It might take you 6 months. It might take you 5 years. It just depends on the person because everybody's different. Everybody learns different. Everybody reacts different. Everybody has different risk tolerance. If you make 20,000 a year at your job versus somebody who makes 80,000 a year, the risk tolerance is going to be different between those two people. So, I mean, there's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of mental factors that go in. And we're coming back down and kind of testing this 13 area of support. See, we didn't get very much of a rip. This is why I'm saying, like, I'm a little iffy on this play because it's taken such a long time. Like this, like back to the racer metaphor. Like he started to take off and he's like, oh man, look at there. There's a Cold Stone Creamery. I might want to go over and grab me some ice cream. He keeps getting distracted. He's trying to run, but he keeps getting distracted by different ice cream shops. So he just won't take off, and that is a little concerning. But we're testing 13 support again. So we'll see if that can hold up. If it cracks, if it can't hold 13 right here, then it'll probably come down to the trend line at 1275. But I'm thinking I'm getting close to taking this little profit because I already made the 158 on OLB. And if this starts looking weaker, if it can't hold 13, I'm just going to take it. It's not much, but it's better than a loss. All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, somebody corrected me. Longer the time frame, the stronger the support and resistance. Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you, GD. So sometimes my brain just doesn't work. Whew. sneezing my brain out there. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the way this is doing. I'm just gonna take it. It could still rip. I mean, it's still above the trend line. We can remove this one here. Oh no, that was the wrong one. That top there at 13. But you still have this trend line. But I just don't like it should have ripped by now. And I don't like how long it's taken. So I'm just gonna take that profit and run. What am I doing? Come on. There we go. But yeah, you can continue to play that downtrend, but it's just not getting very big moves. Like I break a 13 up to 13.22. Like come on, it's not that big. Like that thing should have took off. So it looks. This is what I'm thinking is going to happen. We may come up a little bit more today, maybe to 13.50 or something. But tomorrow I think we'll be opening up right below this trend line. And we're either going to gap up and pre-market above 15 or we're going to have a big break through 15. Because it looks like... I lost my trading view again. Let me pull trading view up. It looks like Bitcoin is really frisky. Bitcoin's at 64,000. So break of 65,000, we are certainly going to see some action in the crypto stocks. And BTBT is a crypto stock for those of you who don't know. Okay, so see, oh boy, I'm so far behind. It did look like a crypto wall. You're right. You lost $7 with stocks, but up over 400 in crypto. Yeah, crypto. I love some crypto. Loop rings making you rich. What is loop ring doing? I'll have to check that out in a little bit. I know it was ripping yesterday. Got in the loop ring last night. Those are cryptos. Orlando, my problem was and still is I watch opportunity over risk. Yeah, you gotta kind of. That's the balance. That's the balancing act mentally. Like you don't want to get hype and get hyped into a trade on FOMO or something like that. You gotta stick to that plan of getting in where you want to get in at and getting out where you want to get out at. OLB still climbing there. Keith Jackson, you like the channel? You don't care that I'm not making millions? Well, I appreciate that. Soon I hope everybody is making millions. Like I said, if you guys haven't checked out frameworkfortune.com, go check it out. And the reason why I keep pushing this is because I want to make it a blockchain ecosystem as soon as possible with our own community coin, and you guys be able to vote on where we go from here with the community website, because I would like to have a token for it and allow you guys to get where you guys can stake and I can stake the token and a few other things. So if you have joined the website and you haven't seen that announcement or that group, the Future of Crypto or Future of Framework Fortune, go check that out. Here, I'll actually link you guys straight to it so you can kind of see my thoughts of where I want to go with the channel. Or not just the channel, but the whole brand, because, we have multiple channels. Multiple channels. Because I have the crypto channel, I have this channel, then Hal has his channel, and then, of course, we have a network of channels with Liam and Confident and Crypto. There it goes. Right, come on. Try and get the link for you guys real quick. So see there, BTBT pulling all the way back down. That's what I was saying, man. This guy does not want to race. I don't like I do not like it when stocks that should be ripping are not ripping. But there's that post about where I'd like to see it go. I don't have a problem with, well, my problem with Ross is multiple things. For one, he charges people $2,000 a month to be a part of his program. If you are making so much money and you are making millions of dollars off of the stock market, why in the hell are you charging hardworking people who want to learn to do what you do for those lessons, like thousands of dollars a month? Like, get the hell out of here. I also don't like him because he just bothers me, okay? He wears weird shirts and his face is, he's got one of those faces you just kind of want to take a shovel to. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I really don't have a problem with Ross. I do disagree with the way he runs his stuff, but that's his stuff. He can run it how he wants. I think he hoodoos people because he trades with such large amounts of shares that it's impossible for new traders to do the type of trading he's doing. Like, if you've got a $100 account or even a $1,000 account, you can't do the type of trading he's doing. It's not possible. So I just don't like him because of that. But I don't like having any personal thing with him. Your issue is taking profits. Like I said, Ruben, you got to be, you got to make it your personal ATM. The stock market, cryptos, all of it. Make it your personal ATM. Pull that extra money out when you got it. It can happen. It's already happened today to me on OLB. Yeah, I sold right here. At this 1050 area. There was still a whole $2 left on the table that I left. But you know what? Who cares? I made a profit. I don't care what happens after this. If it goes up, it goes up. It could have easily cracked right here and sold off. We've seen that happen a lot this week, where we have stocks on an uptrend and then they crack and sell off. So I'm not, it is hard because I fall victim to it too, where I'm like, oh, this thing can rip really hard. I know it can, but it doesn't matter what you think it can do. The only thing that matters is what you're going to do, because you cannot control the stocks. You cannot control the cryptos. You can only control yourself. So you got to know going in, all right, where am I going to be pulling out this withdrawal at? Where do I want to pull out my ATM withdrawal? What price? How much do I want to withdraw? All right, let's see. Yeah, the like button. I appreciate that, guys. You all hitting the like button. There's 18 of you in here. We're at 10 likes. Can we get a couple more? Smash that like button. Stick to the plan. Going to take your money. Then you'll feel like, or the market's going to take your money. Exactly. And then you'll feel like the market's against you. Yeah. It's funny. I say that all the time. Like, I feel like the market personally did this to me, or the market makers personally did this to me. But in reality is the markets do not give two shits about anybody. They don't care about one person. If the market went against you, well, then you didn't control what you can control, which is yourself. Daniel B, he is a manipulator. Yeah, so Daniel B kind of said my thoughts on Ross Cameron, why I'm not that big on him. Keith, you've been trading 2 years. You're breaking even, 50% win ratio. Okay, so that's not bad. If you're breaking even, you're doing better than 80% of people in the stock market, because 80% of the people in the stock market fell. They usually lose all their money right away. So if you're breaking even, you got to figure out what is working for you and what is not, and try to get that up to a 60%, or keep your stop losses tighter, because if you're breaking even in your 50% 1-to-1 win ratio, then that means your losses are not as, they're not small. They're the same as your wins. So that's why you're breaking even at a 50% ratio. The other day, I took 3 trades, and I think that was on what was it, DWAC, or I can't remember which one it was, but I took 3 trades. And out of those 3 trades, I only won 1 trade that day. But 2 of them, I cut my losses quick, and the other one ran big. So I was 1 for 3 and had a profitable day. So it's one of those 2 things. You either got to keep your, like, and 2, another thing it could be partially your entries. Because if you have tight stop losses and your entry is bad, well, of course you're going to get stopped out. So you want to be getting entries on support areas like the trend line here. We're on these bounces near the trend line. Or you want to be getting it at support areas like 1250 that held up through here quite a bit. This has a trend line too. It does look like BTBT is starting to try to come back up again, but I'm just not going to sit here and hold this all day. So I'm fine with taking it. So it could be any of those things. It could be your entries. It could be a combination of all 3. You know, if you're buying at the tops of peaks, say like you see BTBT run here and then it sells off and it starts coming up again, you see it start to break. If you're buying way up here at the peak and you got a stop loss of 10 cents, well, more than likely you're going to get stopped out there. But if you buy it down here off of this bounce of the trend line, or if you wait, instead of this peak, you wait till it comes back down here and you see it's holding up, and you buy at like 12.38, and your stop losses, 10 cents would be 12.28. Well, 12.28 is right here below this trend line. So you're risking 10 cents and to get all the rest of this. Now I only went 30 shares on this stock. It did go from when I entered at 12.58 all the way up to 13.22. On my entry, the trend line wasn't really there, but there was this support right across 12.50, right through there that you can see. So bought it on 12.50 looking for the bounce. So my stop loss was around like 12.30ish. Yeah, and that's where that dip was, 12.30ish. So it never dipped below 12.30, so I was able to hold this all the way up until I just sold it where it started getting weak. So that's what you got to figure out. It could be your entries, could be your stop losses. Something in there is where you got to tweak it and try to get to where you can be profitable. Okay, let's see. Orlando last week would have said, I'm going to hold this a minute or two. You've been, oh yeah. Look at Insta when I get a chance. Okay, I'll check that out. Anyone know Honeycomb made a chocolate version? Definitely did not. That program sucks. I guess you're talking about Ross Cameron's. Is it they're all 2-hour videos of him just talking about support and resistance? That's kind of crazy. He has a, I don't even know what that word means. He has a back Pfeifengeist. Did I just say something? Did I just cuss in German or something? I don't know what that word is. A back Pfeifen. Well, you know what? That's the perfect word for his face. I like it. I'll take it as his. So One Life saying the same thing, talking about Ross. Oh yeah, tool worker's still out there hitting the dislike button. Man, that guy really wants to. He really hates me. I don't know what I did to that guy to make him hate me so much, but whatever. Uh, roughly, did I say it correctly? Ruben, you do risk analysis. Yeah, exactly. You only use the money that you can lose. The risk for holding typically outweighs me selling. Well, yeah, but if you're looking at the technical analysis of the chart, if the chart is showing you that it's going to get weak like it just did here on BTBT for me, you got to give up on it. You got to let go of it. Don't get emotionally attached to cryptos or stocks or anything. Like I've traded BTBT plenty of times, and this thing I made money on, and it's kicked my ass. We've been back and forth. I have a, a Catholic. Never mind. I'm not, I was gonna make a I was gonna make a joke, but I decided not to. I gotta, it's YouTube, so. But anyway, yeah. I don't know what was I talking about. I forgot about it. Oh yeah, yeah. The technical analysis. So I would like to hold BTBT all day to see if it's going to rip, but it started showing that weakness. And then overall, the overall price action of the movement, like I said, is not that much. So we're just not getting the move out of it. So it's not worth it, even though I could have risked holding this for longer because I got in at 12.50. What if I risk it and hold it and it just doesn't do anything else? What if it gives up and cracks? Like it looks like it's starting to do something. So that's where your technical analysis of the price action is gonna come in, knowing when a stock or a crypto pattern is starting to break down in the short term and could stop moving up. Let's see. Market makers, I'm the small fish. Yeah, exactly. They get mad at me when you eat their worm. Yeah. How do I know to even focus on BTBT? So for one, BTBT has been on my watch list for a while. Any crypto stocks I keep an eye on because cryptos are hot. But BTBT we saw, let's see, I don't know how long ago this was. Back here, this was what was that? Yeah, that was the original rip in December, the big nasty rip it had into January because all the cryptos ripped. So when Bitcoin gets hot, because I'm pretty sure BTBT is a mining company, they mine Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin's hot, it's going to be hot. But I have scanners for everything. Yeah, see, look at Bitcoin. Let's see what am I on there. So that's a 1 minute chart of BTBT, and let's turn this Bitcoin chart to a 1 minute chart of Bitcoin. Whoops. Now let's compare these two. God, I got charts everywhere. So let's compare these two side by side. Now, does that not look almost identical to each other? Like it's not exactly the same pattern, but it's on an uptrend. Both of them are on the same uptrend. So you can trade when Bitcoin starts getting hot. Then I know BTBT, ANY, BTCS. Let's actually check where BTCS is today. BTCS has popped up a little bit. This one's a low volume one. I have interviews with the CEO. He just came on last week or the week before last. I did an interview with the CEO of this company, but they're just not getting enough volume yet. But they do climb when cryptos are climbing. They're not a mining company. They are a staking company, and they have a few other things going on too. So like BTBT, it's been on my watch list because it's a crypto stock. But how I originally found it was these scanners on the side of the screen here. This is my pre-market scanner. You can see I have a whole list of different stocks that showed up. And that goes back to the scanner video and my parameters. But there's videos all throughout the library of a lot of this stuff. The video library. You can go to the day trading playlist, or you can go to frameworkfortune.com and you can go to the video library. Let's see if it'll go. There it goes. And you can see we got the day trading starter guide part 1 right there. The trader guide part 2. And then we have all my lessons right here. So I suggest if you're new, because there's plenty of lessons, different things to go through and learn about. I suggest if you're new, start with this guide here, then do part 2, and then stuff you didn't quite get, write it down, and then go into the library and you'll probably find it. Because I have support and resistance lessons, press releases, and even though they say 2019, they're still relevant. My older videos are relevant, but I got plenty. You see right there, trading trend lines, engulfing candlestick pattern. I do have a few setups in there. The scanners are in there. That video's in there. Right there it is. Big top TOS low float big ripper scanners. And you can see it just goes on. We got some live streams in there too. Those aren't supposed to really be in there, but I'll have to fix that later. But yeah, start here on the video library trading lessons of frameworkfortune.com. You can sign up. Free membership. There are no paywalls. Free. Come join us in the community. But besides just focusing on BTBT, I also got in OLB earlier. So that all goes back to what's popping up on the scanners. Was anything else ripping? There was nothing else moving at the time. OLB has very good PR. OLB is a crypto company as well. The company's PR is set to process MasterCard cryptocurrency. So they're going to be helping MasterCard. MasterCard is a big company. It's a $1 billion company versus maybe even a $1 trillion company working with a $10 stock. This company that's only worth $10. So when you have a small cheap stock like this working with MasterCard or something like that, you usually get some good news. But there's videos on the type of catalyst that I look for and all of that. All right, Lori, have a great night. We'll see you later. I think I'm about to call it a day too. One Life. I want to get One Life on the channel again with Hal, so we can talk about some stuff. Lot is in the works right now. A lot is in the works. So we will get more people on the channel talking One Life. Josie is going to make an appearance again. The futures trader, my buddy Josie, and then we got the crypto channel, and Liam from Confident in Crypto, he comes and visits us every once in a while to talk on both channels. So, but yeah, but I am done for the day. My funds are, I think I may have let's see, I can check real quick. Oh yeah, so I do still have like 500 left. I could trade 550 on this account, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow. Because I'm going to take this 158 and this $8 or $9, which would be 167. I'm going to take that profit and run. I'm going to get away from the stock market, and I'm going to go get some lunch and go look for some cryptos, and I'll be back in a little while on the Framework Fortune Crypto channel, doing some live streaming there, going over the coins I'm watching, and maybe even doing some live trading there, depending on what's going on. So if you're interested in cryptos too, we got that covered too. But appreciate everybody joining me today. We had a great stream. All them like buttons being smashed. Bunch of new people in the chat. Welcome to Framework Fortune community. I'm glad you guys are stopping by, coming and seeing us. And we do this, Monday through Friday. I'm usually here for the live streams in the morning for the stock trading. I do the live streams on the crypto channel usually around midday. I'm trying to get it to where I can do the crypto streams at the same time every day, and I've about got that worked out. So as soon as I do that, I will update you guys when I'll be going live every day there, except for Sundays. I stopped working on Sundays. All right, I'm starting to get calls, so that means it's time for me to go. But yeah, appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. I don't know, Ruben. I'll like I said, there's a lot going on this week. Then look at that BTBT. Actually, before I drop off there, look, I got out of there because it was not going my way. It was not breaking out, and look what happened. Starting to dump. So that's where a technical analysis is going to come in. You can see this thing was getting weak. And then there it goes. What I say about the piranhas. The piranhas smelt the blood as soon as it started dipping below. As soon as the blood started dripping out of the boat, BTBT fell out of the boat. Now them piranhas are going to eat this up probably. But yeah, I got to go. You have a headache from me, Daniel B? Oh, well, there's a button that turns off the stream for you. I don't have to stop streaming for you to stop watching the stream. But anyway, appreciate everybody joining me as always. You guys stay safe out there. Until next time.